109, which follows Darby's reconnection with Augie. Like the mom episode, I think there were a few ideas from the very beginning. One of them was to bring Augie back.
I'm glad you guys did it because, Augie makes such a strong impression in that first episode, and even seeing him in number 3. I think I would, as an audience member, feel cheated if he never came back into our lives again.
Right.
So it's very satisfying, and yet you treated it in such a great way, as you always do.
Sometimes I'd wonder what would have happened if I hadn't had to leave.
Yeah. I mean, you would have saved us several years of potential exposure to herpes.
You hear about Facebook affairs and people going back and finding people from high school. I really do think it's such a common experience to re-hook up with someone from your past or try again or think about it or at least see what's out there.
Seeing how much Darby has changed by that episode, it's also really interesting to see how Augie has changed. And you think back to these lines that Augie says in the pilot, and it's like, really, it's your civic duty to go on the Obama. And when I wrote that, I'm like, oh, he's like earnest or whatever. And then it's like, oh, who's that guy when he's 29? It's like, dude, it's not your civic duty. Like, just, be a person.
Yeah, but Darby, no one is going to blame you for my actions. And if they do, fuck them.
Well, no. People's feelings are important, right?
Okay.
And seeing them both deal with the discomfort of like, wait, this was so easy before. And there's like conflict now? What do I do with that? They're just at the age where they're like, oh, I'm not willing to completely compromise myself for you. As good as the warm and fuzzy feelings are, at this point, it's like, oh no, like just the warm fuzzy feeling isn't enough. You and I are just more different than we thought. And this isn't really working the way that we want it to.
I've been wanting to say something to you. I just have no idea how to...
So you're dumping me?
No, I thought you were dumping me.
No, I am.
We didn't get to be together long enough to know if we're actually compatible and what it really was to fight and what it really was to live together or be alongside each other. And so to be able to see them, reckon with the reality of that was really fun.
I love who you are, and if you want to go live in a tiny house on a mountain, I want that for you.
And if you want to be in bed every Friday night by 9 for the rest of your life,
I really do.
Let it be so.
I really do.
Okay, so that bad news wasn't so bad after all. What's the good news?